Is Edmonton turning into a buyer's market? That's the question I'm hearing more and more right now. And the honest answer is, well, not completely. Not in every price point and not in every neighbourhood. But yes, there are signs that buyers may have more breathing room than they did before. And if you're thinking about buying in Edmonton this year, that matters. Because a shifting market can create opportunity, but only if you know what to look for. Hi, I'm Shelley Silcott with eXp Realty in Edmonton, and I work with buyers who want straight answers, not pressure. So let's talk about what is actually happening in the market, what it means for buyers, and how you can use it to make smarter decisions. The first thing buyers need to understand is this: more listings does not automatically mean every seller is desperate. That's a mistake I see buyers make all the time. They hear buyer's market and assume they can just come in and lowball on anything. But that is not how it works. Some homes are still priced well, some homes are still getting attention, and some homes may still sell quickly if they're in the right area, in good condition, and priced properly. But what is changing is that buyers may have more choice, more time, and more ability to compare. This is where the opportunity is. One of the biggest things I'm watching right now is price reductions. When you start seeing more price changes, that tells you some sellers may have come onto the market too high, missed the first wave of buyer attention, and now need to adjust. That does not mean every reduced property is a deal. Sometimes a price drop just brings an overpriced home closer to where it should be priced realistically. But when a home has been sitting, has had a reduction, and still has solid fundamentals, good location, good layout, decent conditions, reasonable resale potential, that can be worth looking at. This is where the buyer should slow down and ask, why has this not sold? Is the issue price, condition, location, photos, layout, or something else? And is there room for negotiation? The Edmonton market is not one single market. Detached homes, duplexes, townhomes, condos, new builds, luxury homes, entry-level homes, they all have different behaviours. You might have one neighbourhood where good detached homes are still moving quickly while condos are sitting longer. You might have a certain price point where buyers have lots of choice and another where inventory is still tight. So when someone says, is Edmonton a buyer's market? The better question is, which part of Edmonton? Which property type? Which price point? And how long has that specific home been sitting? That is why buyers should be careful about taking general headlines and applying them to every house. If a home has been sitting, has had low showing activity, has already had a price reduction, or a seller has a reason to move, buyers may have more negotiating power. That could mean negotiating on price, but it can also mean negotiating on terms. For example, a better possession date, conditions that protect you, a home inspection, a financing condition, repairs, appliances, or a more reasonable offer structure. In a hotter market, buyers sometimes feel pressured to rush or remove conditions. In a more balanced market, buyers may be able to slow down and protect themselves better. And honestly, that's a good thing. Here is the part buyers do not always want to hear. Even if the market is softening, serious buyers still need to be prepared. That means you need to know your budget, you need to have your pre-approval in place, you need to know your must-haves versus your nice-to-haves, and you need to understand what good value actually looks like. Because if the right property comes up and you're not ready, another buyer may still get it. A buyer's market does not mean you can be casual. It means you have to be strategic. So where do I see opportunity right now? Where I see opportunity right now is with buyers who are willing to be thoughtful, not emotional, not rushed, not just chasing the prettiest photos online. The opportunities are in a home that have been sitting a little longer than expected, homes where the sellers may be more open to negotiation, new builds, don't forget new builds with incentives or quick possessions, and properties where other buyers are missing the value just because they are judging by pictures alone. That is where a good buyer strategy matters. So in closing, turning into a buyer's market, yes, my answer is maybe. It's becoming more balanced, and in some pockets, buyers may have more leverage than they had before. But this is not a market where I can just throw in low offers and hope. This is a market where you study the listings, understand the seller's position, compare the competition, and make smart decisions. If you're thinking about buying in Edmonton and you want help figuring out where the real value is, not just what looks good online, send me a message. I'm Shelley Silcott with eXp Realty, and I help Edmonton buyers make smart, protected decisions in a shifting market. Take care. Bye-bye.